Oh, we should be live. We should be okay live. Hey, everybody in the chat room, can you see me right now?
Ooh, I don't have the chat room open.
Do you have the call-in feature open?
I do. I got to call in though.
I'm gonna do that. You got 1 minute there.
Okay. Chat. Well, how about I literally just walked in the door?
Yeah, you walked in the door about 20 minutes ago.
What am I doing?
I have no idea if they could see us in the chat room or not. They're not responding, which did well.
It's not showing up on the website, geocachingpodcast.com/live. Shows completed live stream.
Completed live stream?
Yep.
Bounce just said hello, everyone.
Yeah, but he's not saying hello to us.
And I'm seeing the live stream.
Are you on YouTube?
Yeah, no, on the geocachingpodcast.com live.
Okay, good. All right, they see us. All right, everybody, Jesse, are you ready?
Yeah, I have no chat.
You have no chat? Okay, good. Glad they see us. All right. Now it all caught up. Now everybody's responding. Okay, I'm going to start this.
And now my Google Hangouts not responding.
It's one of those things.
Oh, no, don't crash on me, Chrome.
Yeah, you ready? All right, I got to start this thing.
Go ahead.
I have started recording the audio. Jess, you okay? She doesn't have headphones on.
I might be dropping out because Chrome's crashing.
Are you kidding? Okay, there we go. Okay, she's in. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It is Wednesday. It is 8:30, which means it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have Shorty Knits manning the phones. And please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Jazz427.
Howdy, y'all. I hope you all have some stories from GeoWoodstock. It's a good time to call in and tell your tale.
That's right. Tonight's episode 566 is recorded live on June 5th, 2019, and it is a June Cacher Coffee. Phone lines are open, kids. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. What? Hey, Chad.
Hey, what's up?
Before we start with that, let's talk a little about Patreon here. Guys, it costs a lot of money to make this podcast work. The other side, when you become a part of the inner circle, there's audio, there is video, audio shows, monthly audio shows, monthly video shows, all this stuff. You have no idea. All this stuff on the other side, you guys have no idea about. Today, it's a good time. It's a lot of fun. You know, Jesse and I just, over the past month, we've recorded 2 videos of us out caching. It's kind of fun stuff there. So anything you guys can, the tiers start as low as $3. Anything you guys could do to help would greatly be appreciated. We have over 50 subscribers. We have a new subscriber, Chad. The G.
Okay,
hey, Roseville, California. Sorry.
Yeah, I was wanting to introduce him. So yeah.
Sorry.
So Gary's a personal friend of mine, and we cached all week long at GeoWoodstock. So GB's, out of Roseville, California. So he's the one that had the fire hydrant cache, the Snoopy cache with all the favorite points that I did a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. Hey, look at that. We already have a call in the queue. So how about
awesome.
She's just not doing her job at all. She's just doing something over there.
I'm a little slow.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
All right.
So please give anything you can at patreon.com / the Geocaching Podcast.
See how you threw me off because you wanted to introduce him. Yes, patreon.com / the Geocaching Podcast.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more information at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we are also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook's designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go caching than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com, LOGWERK.com.
Okay, I got to sneak this one in here because
Look at that. You've got one.
I've got one. So I actually got it at at GeoWoodstock.
Did you buy it?
This one I managed to get at as a prize
Oh, sweet.
at the GPS maze. So
It's very nice, sir. Very nice.
So where are we at? We're at FTF
We're at
Magazine.
FTF.
So it's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com. That's ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Mac Suds Body Company. Mac Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2 cent choices of bug spray are all great for the outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Mac Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at macsudsbody.com. That's MacSudsBody.com.
And finally, by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at www.practicalgeocaching.com. That's www.practicalgeocaching.com.
And as always, you can find links to all our sponsors in our show notes. Oh, Chad, it's a we I think we went the whole May. Obviously, we went in May. I don't know if we haven't had one in April. A Cacher Coffee. It's been a couple of months. So it's
yeah.
Hey, man, we got, you guys have something interesting to talk about. You guys want to talk about GeoWoodstock? You give us a call, 808-468-7924. What you liked, what you didn't like, what'd you think about it? Hey, how about this, Chad? Virtuals went live yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get one? I didn't get one, Chad. Did you get one?
I didn't get one. There's a certain New Zealander that got one, though.
Who got one?
Sarah.
Sarah, you're kidding. Sarah got one. Oh, good.
Sarah got one. So I told her I got a perfect place for it. She just, I'll provide her all the information. She just needs to put it out here. She said, send me the tickets and then she'll do it.
Really? She got nowhere in New Zealand to put one?
No, I'm sure she had somewhere to put one, but she was just chatting up. It's like, hey, it's like, I want it here. Give it here.
I saw Jesse got one from GeoCacheTalk. He actually did get one. I didn't think either of them got
awesome.
one. Got one. Yeah. But that's about. So if anybody got one, give us a call. I want to hear about what you're going to do with it. 808-468-7924. If you got one, give us a call. Tonight's the night. It is the Cacher Coffee. And Chad, did you happen to catch the video that came out?
Which video?
The mystery at the museum, the news thing.
No, I did not. I've been busy trying to catch up on logging.
So, Jesse, you want to explain this video because you watched it more recently than I have.
Yes, yesterday or the day before. My days are all mixed up. One day this week, I received an email, the newsletter from geocaching.com with the subject line, 2 weeks until you find out. And when you open the email, there was just a photo that linked to a website, sort of discreetly placed in it wasn't like front and center, and it was to a website called mysteryatthemuseum.com, which has about a 1-minute breaking news video
of Rock Chalk too.
Rock Chalk was the in the field live reporter, and they were at the what was it, the oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. Teague and Dave, what's his name? Dave, come on. First cache. Dave Ulmer. Yeah, the Ulmer
Yeah.
Teague Museum was where they are.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yes.
Oh, okay.
So, little hint of what's to come. I don't know. There's lots of guesses out there, but
Oh, I'm sure there's a ton of guesses.
who knows?
Absolutely.
Something fun this summer for us, I think.
That's something to do, huh? August, isn't that when they usually do the some kind
Yeah, usually they do like something going on in August, 31 days.
Right.
All kinds of different things.
All right. Very nice. And we got an email, Chad.
Yeah, I think I know this guy.
You know the guy who did it?
Listen to email. Yeah,
I got mail.
So-
Yay!
it's
So-
the guy I like to ghost.
So we got an email from Kara Killer, our friend of the show, Adam Damshar, who was going to call in tonight. He said he wanted to call in, but he couldn't because he's at a movie. I think he's got movie tickets at a movie. I don't know why he'd go see a movie on a Wednesday night when it's Geocaching Podcast night.
Exactly.
Right. But that being said, so he says, greetings. I am ready to follow up on my attempt to recreate the shell game cache. Do you remember we talked about this a few weeks ago, Chad?
Mhm.
How I wanted to put a cache in a Shell gas station parking lot that had a crap ton of lamp skirts, and you could actually move the cache from lamp skirt to lamp skirt like a Shell game and see how many times it would take you to find the cache. This is what I thought up. He said, you know what? I'm going to do it because, God, I'm never going to do it. And so he says, I hid the cache, drew up the page, and even included a satellite image that was labeled and marked the designated game area or area, depending on how you say it. It almost took a week for the cache to be reviewed, but once it was soundly rejected for violating the current guidelines on moving caches. Once I thought about it, this result should have been obvious. Still, I thought it was a good idea for a different kind of cache. I just thought I would chime in, keep that sweet GCPC content rolling. I look forward to it every week.
So it's not really. It's a limited movement.
Right. I
cache.
don't think I
So
just being a moving cache.
now, if someone creates a multi and then has a tool that's a GPS that you have to go and find the next stage, heck, just make it a multi, and it's like when you find a container, you're at the last stage of the multi.
No, see, there's a trick to this. The trick is you make it as a regular, make it as a just put it, in a gas station parking lot. And then once it gets approved, then you go back to the description and you change the description. Look
Or
at Jessie over there shaking her head at me. You know it works. You know that works.
or you could have instructions that are laminated to the lamppost itself that tells you.
Chad.
Yeah.
Even more genius. See, Russ, it's a Kara Killer. Come on, dude. We have to figure this out for you.
You need to figure out how to skirt the rules.
Right. Skirting the rules is changing it after the reviewer puts it live. I've changed chords after the reviewer pushed
Oh
it.
yeah, I know a bunch of people have done that. It's like, really? It's 512 feet instead of 528.
I know, and you're
gonna
like,
give me
really? Yeah, you're gonna give me and the worst part, once it was like, and there was water in between them. I'm like, really, dude? Come on, you're gonna give me that grief?
I had a interstate. It's literally 10 lanes of interstate in between, and had it rejected.
Wow. Because somebody might accidentally stumble upon that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kara Killer, he tried. He did try. I'll give him that. He did try. So there's a few things we want to talk about tonight. One being obviously GeoWoodstock, and I know Chad was there. And hey, if anybody who's listening to me right now, if you were there, give us a call. I want to know your thoughts on this because we're going to get Chad's thoughts, but I want to know everybody else's thoughts. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it better than the others? Worse than the others? How did you like the maze? How about that maze, Chad?
We'll get into it. That's actually at the very bottom of the list of things. Not the bottom. Not saying that it's low in priority or anything. It just happens to be at the bottom of the list of things that I have to talk about tonight.
Okay. Before we do that, though, let's talk about the Geocaching's 20th anniversary week-long celebration next year. So, I've actually caught, I think on Geocache Talk on last Sunday, they talked about this too. It's like, me and Jesse didn't even think about it. Jesse was saying like, oh my God, I think it's the same time as when my kid goes to school. But we didn't even think of teachers. You know, because I always tell Jessie she's in the minority of having not being able to do things because she has a kid.
Right.
In school. But how about teachers? How
Yeah.
Geocachers are teachers that again won't be able to go because they are in school as well.
Right. I've got some friends from Houston that are teachers and never managed to make it out to Going Ape or the block party because of that.
Yeah, isn't that terrible? That's a shame.
Yeah.
You know. But I guess what are you going to do? I mean, no time is.
You can't please everyone. I mean,
exactly. The best part is I can go. What do you think of that, Jess?
We'll talk about that later.
hey, the ironic part is my wife wants to go.
I can go.
You can go, but
Yeah.
there might be different keys to the house when you get back that you
Really?
might not have.
Really? Because I go because you can't go, I can't go. That's how it works. Wow. I can't go because you can't go.
We'll talk about it.
That's not right.
We'll talk about it.
I don't know. So, guys, again, we got August 15th, 2020 is the 20th anniversary of the Mega. It's probably going to be a gig, I'm assuming, at Seattle Center in Seattle, Washington. And then August 16th, 2020 is Going Ape. August 22nd, 2020 is GeoWoodstock 18 in British Columbia, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you're planning on going to that.
Oh yeah, I'm planning on going. And my wife, I talked to my wife about it, and she said she wants to go. And it's like, well, I won't be around. It's like, that's fine. We'll go do our own stuff. It's like, okay.
I was just looking at the cache page because that one they actually do have the cache page listing up already for GeoWoodstock, and there's already over 1,000 will attends.
Wow, really?
I'm on there.
Wait, already 1,000 will attend?
Over 1,000 already. Yep. 1,000. Where'd it go? 1,065 will attends
Already.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a lot. that's over a third of the way there already, and it's still a year away.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll get Gecko status. I'm pretty positive of that.
Oh yeah.
And also, Chad, how about CacheTour.no is an official geocaching API partner now? How about that?
Awesome.
What do you think? Have you ever used that, Chad?
I've used it a little bit, and I met the owners at GeoWoodstock, or one of the developers. He's going around there with the Norwegian flag, and so yeah, it was kind of interesting. He actually wanted some of the feedback about the page and stuff, and it's improving. So.
Yeah, Jessie's used it once, if I remember correctly. Oh, she's on the call right now. So
it actually does a lot of. One of the things that it does is a lot of what I tend to do by hand, which is basically planning out everything. Because for the caching group that I go with to these megas, I tend to be the planner. I put all the plans together, and it's a lot of work. So a tool like this, especially for someone who may have some limited planning skills, this makes it a heck of a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that's good. I'm assuming, yeah, Jessie uses it. Jessie's the planner of the trips, so I just drive and have the eagle eye. Jessie's the one who plans all this stuff out. I am no good at it. Jessie's a pro at it, literally a pro. So I know she's used it, but I'm shocked that they're not an official API partner. I figured they already were. That's what surprised me.
Well, there's still plenty of people that scrape and stuff.
Jessie,
what do you think of Cache Tour? I mean, you've used it, correct?
I have only skimmed the surface. There are so many features on that it would probably take me, I don't know, months of just exploring all the different things. I'm always like, oh, this is a cool feature. Oh, I didn't know this was here. Oh, and they're always adding new stuff too. So
yeah,
it's really cool.
You have actually used it.
Oh yeah, I used it to plan our trip down to Southern Illinois to finish the counties and the
right
and the pages, the DeLorme pages.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
So you did use it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I used a combination of Cache Tour and what's the other one? Furkot, Furkot,
something like that.
However you pronounce that, I have no idea. Thank you. And yeah, between the two, I was able to map out our trip down to the minute. It was pretty amazing.
Right. Yes. So Jesse, are you shocked they weren't an API partner already?
I was. I mean, because I knew that they could access your find information and the last logs and all of that. So yeah, I mean, I was surprised that they were not officially a partner.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they be a partner already?
Right.
No,
I don't know.
I know, that's surprising. All right, well. And also, here's an interesting thing, Chad. I don't know if you, Chad, have you ever heard of the Alberta Battle Cache?
I have not heard of that.
You have or have not?
I have not.
So I have got. I'm bringing in. I have got. Actually, one of our
Sponsors.
Logwork. Yvonne on the show. Hello, Yvonne. Hello, Yvonne.
Hey guys, so it's actually Chris and Yvonne here tonight.
Hi, Chris.
Both of
I'm around too. Two voices.
So you
from the Great White North. It's hot.
So you are in Canada, correct? First of all, thank you for being a sponsor. Mucho apreciado. We appreciate it. And you are in Canada, and you actually you take part in this Alberta Battle Cache, correct?
Yes, because we live in Alberta too.
And so why don't you explain explain to us people in the US, explain to us what this is. What the Battle Cache is.
Well, it's the Alberta Battle Cache. So it is the battleship game in Alberta for Albertans, but we use geocaches to play the game. So you create a login, you get a game board.
Like the game.
So you have the numbers on one side and some letters on the other, and the letters
10 by 10 grid.
Yeah, 10 by 10 grid. You go find geocaches, and then the geocaching code will give you shots on the board.
Based on the letters and numbers inside the GC code of that geocache you've just found.
Wow. And how many people actually...
So there's some like 3 or 4 different combinations you can use, and you can pick whichever one you want, and then you basically fire a shot, and then the game will basically tell you if it was a hit or miss. And on the board there's basically 5 ships hidden. So there's a 5-square aircraft carrier, a 4-square battleship, 3-square destroyer, a 3-square submarine, and a 2-square patrol boat. So the object of the game is to find those ships and sink them, right?
Right, sure.
But instead of guessing with the component across the table, you go out into the field, find the geocache, get the code, try that code, and based on if there's a ship or not, you have a hit or miss.
Yeah.
And you play until the board is full and the ships are sunken.
And once you have one board full, you go on to the next board.
Wow. Okay. Well,
and of course, when you have,
rank.
we have rankings and everything going on. And of course, when you have a shot, you know exactly where something is, but you don't have the code. You start hunting for a geocache that fits that combination that you need.
Sure.
That's what makes that makes more fun even. So HQ has their summer promotions.
Right.
Albertans, we have the battleship.
And we have to say the game is from June 1st till August 31st. So it's a full 3 months that you have time to find however many caches you want and however many boards you can fill. So it's a game for cache finders.
Okay.
And of course we have some guys that are going like crazy, and you can go up in ranks all the way up to Admiral, where you have like 10 boards filled at the end. And they usually find how many? Was it the previous years? Like up to 3,000 caches they find in those 3 months.
Okay. Well, we've got we actually have Rusty Wah, the creator of the Alberta Battle Cache, on the phone right now. Rusty Wah, are you there, sir?
Yes, I am.
Hey, how are you?
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
So I don't know if you've heard what they've talked about so far, but anything else you can add to it would be, because it's a very interesting concept that I don't think anybody else does. Actually, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I didn't create. Well, I created the Alberta version, but I didn't create the original one. I believe originally it was from Manitoba, and then there was a version in Atlantic. They did it over the winter time. And so I got in contact with the Atlantic Battle Cache, and I got their code, and I improved it a little bit, and now it's the Alberta one.
Wow. And it runs for 3 months, correct?
It runs for 3 months, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And do you have any idea how many people play?
So right now we have 414 accounts signed up.
Wow.
There's usually about 200 people playing. And last year we had in total about 16,500 shots fired. So people are very active.
Wow, that's a lot of people. That's a pretty good database.
I'm not an API partner, so I am one of those scrapers. And so my account looked at 16,000 caches over the summer last year.
Wow, that's pretty good. Sweet. And so are you constantly improving this game? I mean, are you getting feedback? Are people enjoying it? Are you taking the feedback and improving it, or is it pretty much running on its own now?
Yeah, last year I didn't have to put a lot of work in there, but there's a couple of features that I still want to do if I have some time. Mm-hmm. But the site runs pretty much automatic. I check up every now and then if there's something wrong with it, but everything else is just going without me.
Wow, it's pretty amazing. I like that. That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a game within the game. And for 3 months, you guys you guys get to have a little fun game. That's kind of nice. I like that. Yeah. That's one of the beauties about this podcast is I hear about all these little games that people make up and all that stuff, and it's pretty amazing.
We need to bring this down a little bit south into the U.S. So right now they got 3 different places in Canada.
Well, Rusty, I know you're short on time, and I appreciate you calling in very much. I don't want to take any more of your time, but thank you much for calling in and letting us know about this amazing game you have. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We'll talk to you again. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
So, Chris and Yvonne, thank you guys so much for calling. Anything else you guys want to say about the game?
Well, we could talk for hours on the game. All we can basically say, like, it's a pretty basic game concept taken to the next level. And Rusty didn't take enough credit of it. I mean, the first year he did it was basically all manual. I don't know how many hours he spent trying to get the shots all done. And then from then he learned. And now it's literally, like he said, it's all automated. It's automatic.
Right.
And he's able to for that now when you need a certain shot, there is a ship there. It's basically automated. He gives you a list of caches and cache codes that you can go and find. So basically now the game is on, okay, those caches have the code that I need in order to sink the ship. So now basically caches get found that maybe get not found otherwise or had hardly any hits. But now all of a sudden it's a hot runner because you need that code. It's literally
right.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun all summer long, yeah.
And like you said, we have a lot of game players in the game, and some of them are real fanatics, and some just play it for the fun of it.
Sure.
But we all have 3 months of a blast, and then in September usually there's a kickoff event or a wrap-up event with some prizes and sponsors, and everybody shares in. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. That is really awesome. I love that. It's a great idea. It's amazing. All right, well, Jess, you have to say something, Jess?
No.
Oh.
No.
All right, guys. Thank you much for calling in. Appreciate it very, very much. And thank you again for being sponsors of the show. Love your products. They're the best.
Thank you. And it was great chatting with you guys tonight.
We'll talk to you again at some point.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Chad. I've never heard Alberta Battle Cache. That's pretty amazing. I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So the Atlantic one's out in Windsor, so I had to look that up. So,
oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
So Chad, let's talk GeoWoodstock. This is what you've been waiting to talk about. This is what everybody's been waiting to hear about. And but while we got Chad talking, I'm bringing in GSMX 2 from California. Yep. Hey, GSM, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic.
So you went to
boy, that was interesting about the battles.
Yeah,
it's
it's pretty interesting.
Interesting.
So, first question: did you see Chad?
You know, I thought I saw Chaz, but then I recognized Chaz. I met him at the Northwest Squeezer Battle water fight a couple of years ago in Sacramento.
Okay.
He actually was on a video I made.
Oh, you're kidding.
Okay. Wow.
But you didn't see him? You didn't see him
But
at GeoWoodstock?
I don't think I actually ran into him at GeoWoodstock.
I thought everybody
There were a
ran
lot
into
of people there.
Well, I can imagine. Yes.
Yeah. We do an annual water fight over the American River. So.
And so what did you think of GeoWoodstock? You know, I'm assuming have you been to other ones before that one?
This is the fourth one I've been for in a row, and this was by far the best. It was really well organized. I love that it was inside. It was amazing. It ran very, very smoothly from my perspective.
Mm-hmm. Chad, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree. This is also my fourth one, but it's not quite 4 in a row. So it's 3 in a row, and I had one. I want to say 2013. The one in Florida was a 2013, 2014.
No, 13 was in St. Louis. Isn't that what we went to, Jess?
I think that was 13.
Right? No, but what year was it?
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Right? Yes.
Okay, so the one that was in Lakeland, Florida, that was the first one that I went to. But yeah, this one, it was so far the best. So they keep on getting better from my observation.
Oh, that's good. GSMX, did you?
Yeah, GSM times 2. That X is a time sign.
Oh, is it really? GSM times 2.
My wife and I have the same initials. So.
Oh, you're kidding?
There we
really?
Go.
No. That's kind of nice. I like that. You don't got to change the monogram on the towels at all. That's fantastic. They can go either way. Yeah, that's kind of nice. And so you like did you go to the maze?
I did go to the maze. Actually, I spent 5 hours helping build the maze at the start
wow.
And that was fabulous. Those guys it's just a testament to what 2 people with a vision and a lot of push can do. To get that maze out there was, excuse the pun, amazing. And they did a fabulous job.
Oh, that's great. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. And now you're going to go to, are you going to go to Canada next year?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I already have my will attends, and as soon as the other 2 web pages come up, or cache pages come up, they're going to get my will attends also.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go, but I don't think Jesse's going to go. I think that's the problem. So I think
we'll talk about it later.
I'm encouraging all teachers, if you get mononucleosis or say you have mononucleosis, that's worth a week off. And no one wants you around, so there's my inside tip for teachers.
Yes. Well, hey man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling, and I'm so glad you had a good time. And I'm sorry you didn't get
me too. Love the show. You guys take care.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We'll
awesome.
talk to you soon.
For the record, what GeoWoodstock in Missouri was in 2014.
14. Okay.
Yeah, it was GeoWoodstock 12 in 2014.
Was that 12?
Okay. So I was right that the Lakeland, Florida, because that was GeoWoodstock 11, was in 2013.
And then of course we went last year too to the Giga. We flash mobbed the Giga. That's what we did. All right, Chad, you have the floor, sir. So tell us about events. Anybody else want to give us a call about GeoWoodstock? 808-468-7924, 808-GOT-SWAG. Go, Chad.
Okay, well, it's not about the numbers, but sometimes they're nice to talk about.
So how many did you get? Come on, spill the beans.
So here are some stats from GeoWoodstock. So far, and I haven't finished logging everything, 1,089 finds. I still got some caches to go through, probably around 50 or 60 challenge caches left to go through that I'll probably pull out another 30 or so finds from there. So probably we'll be over 1,100 by the time it's all said and done.
That's like a third of what you have now.
Yes, my stats changed a fair amount.
I'm picturing. I love stats. I'm like picturing your stats page, chat, with your little bar graph going.
I guess I'm
boom.
Beep. Beep.
Wow.
So didn't hit a lot of traditionals. 31 traditionals, 832 mysteries and counting.
Good Lord.
5 events, 40 adventure labs, 50 virtuals, 5 earth caches, 3 multis, 37 letterbox, 83 where I goes, including 81 being the faux shizzle where I go. So that was a DT. That was 81 DTs.
Wow.
In where I goes.
That's awesome.
1 webcam, 1 mega, and drum roll, please. 1 GPS adventure exhibit.
Oh, were you so happy to see that icon?
I was very happy to see that icon.
Did it make your day to be like, oh,
yeah,
did
there's
you
only
log that, or did you log?
There was only 2 caches that I logged then and there.
I was gonna say
the GPS adventure exhibit and the mega. So I need to make sure that any souvenirs, etc., that come out, I want them.
Right, sure, absolutely.
So
wow.
I went from a single fizzy to a triple fizzy, with only 3 caches away from a quad fizzy.
Wow.
So 12-ish GeoArts. So technically the Texas Challenge 2018 are 5, possibly 6.
Wait, was that the head thing? Was that the head that came out like right before it, that bull's head or whatever? Was that?
No, that wasn't it. I didn't do that. It was like I had so many caches solved. It's like, we don't have time for this.
Right. Okay.
It was like it wasn't even in the picture. But yeah, I'll show you the GeoArts when we get down to the pictures in a little bit here. So also don't confuse the Texas Challenge 2018 with the Challenge GeoArt. So there's a Challenge GeoArt, which technically I don't have filled out because I don't qualify for it, but a friend of mine qualifies for all of them, so I've got a picture of it. And what is it? 1,320 trackables logged.
Oh my god!
Thank you, GBs and Winston Forever for it was Winston Forever, or was it Toy Cruiser?
Did you use the website? What's
anyways,
you remember what that website was?
I used the website. There's a website that does it. I used to use a macro or in GSAC, but that macro seems to be broken. So I used the website.
Logamall.com or something like that?
Yeah, I think that was exactly it. Logamall.com.
You can also use Project JC for multi-logging like that.
There's a macro called Discover TBs, but it doesn't seem to be working for me anymore. So I don't know. So that's why I just like, okay, Google this. Yeah, found a website, drop them in, boom, let it run. So I had my first LEO experience, and with that, I need
wait. You had your first LEO? I've had like 100 of them.
This is the first real LEO experience. You know, I've had them like drive by while I'm sitting there in the car close to the cache and holding up my phone and acting like I'm texting a message. Wait, it's like I was being a good boy and pulled over.
You've never had to let me see your ID stuff. Let me check your ID, make sure you're not.
I've had security guards come and stop and ask a number of those, but I've never had an actual officer of the law.
That's amazing.
All the time.
I mean, hundreds all the time. Well,
it's been
a while though, because now they all know what geocaching is. But
we've been escorted by security out of the city and onto the interstate with one in front and back of us to get us out of there. We weren't even doing anything.
Yeah, I wasn't even breaking a law.
No.
Were we breaking a law? I don't think we were breaking a
law. Oh, I technically was.
So is this the pictures?
Let me do a little screen share here.
I once had 7 Leos in one night.
So
look at you.
Here I am.
Let me put you on the main screen there. There you go. Nice, Chad.
So I was about 50 feet into a no trespassing area. The girls said they're not going to it. Half the girls actually went down to the next cache, and they weren't even there when he rolled up. and 2 of the girls sitting outside of the fenced off area, see him when he rolls up, and I'm like ducking underneath the fence, and kind of come here. You can't see my hand gesture. So, he's like, waving me over, rolls the window down and says, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm geocaching. It's like, oh, it's like, did you find the geocache? And he's like, I have no problem with geocachers and all this stuff. And then the women the other ladies come back and they start saying, can we get a picture and stuff? And they egg them on. It's like, can you put slap cuffs on them?
Right.
And everything. So we had to stage a little.
For anybody at work who listens to this and is not watching this, like me, I listen to podcasts all the time at work. We are seeing a picture of Chad being cuffed by a police officer. He's got his one hand up against the police car. He's got his left hand behind his back, and he's being cuffed. And the women are pointing and laughing at him.
And well, they're not laughing. They're actually acting like they're.
Oh, they look
upset.
Like they're laughing at
you. There's another one where they're actually laughing at me.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I didn't include that in this. But he actually told me that the people that own the property actually allow cashers and other people on the property. It's just there's certain individuals that frequent the area, such as some doomsday cults and stuff that they don't want on their properties. But geocachers, they're fine.
How is that like not your picture yet on Facebook as you're like
it went on Facebook. The girls put that on Facebook like immediately. I mean, my mother's asking questions.
Well, how is it not your profile picture? Is my question.
That's not going to be my profile picture.
Make that your LinkedIn profile picture. That's what you should do.
Oh yeah, that's what I need for LinkedIn profile picture. Yeah, so I get fired from my job immediately.
All right, so continue. So
we played it up a bit and had a good time with it, and then I guess that was pretty much it for the LEO experience. So he didn't actually slap the cuffs on me. So he said he technically wasn't supposed to do it. Oh, get this.
What?
He took his time. It's like the girls asked him where was he heading when this happened. It's like, oh, I was just going to check on a home alarm that went off in the area. So he stopped
for you.
He stopped, took pictures with us and stuff. While someone's burglaring someone else's home.
So you gave a guy enough time to get out.
Yeah. So is someone lost all their stuff? Because of someone burgled their home? I'm sorry.
Somebody burgled their home.
I think that's the right word.
I don't think that's a word. Burgled, maybe.
Burgled.
I think it is. I think burglared.
Burgled or burglared?
I have to look it up.
I know you do. I'm waiting for you to tell me the right answer. Burgled.
No, it is burgle.
It's burgled?
Burgled.
No,
yes.
You're kidding.
That's correct.
How about that? We learned something new today, kids. Burgled. All right, Chad. Yeah. So what about ticks and all that kind of stuff? You get any of that stuff? Any good stuff with that?
Oh, man. That place so this was at the Oklahoma Star, by the way.
What is that?
Where we're doing. So each state has one of the stars where they do 50 caches in the shape of a star. And the lake that it goes around is known by the locals. And this was told, I believe it was told to me by one of our Patreons, Millie Curie. So I believe it's
Millie
name.
Curie. Yes. Millie Curie.
Okay.
Patron.
And I think they're from Norman, Oklahoma, and they said that is known as Tick Lake by the locals.
Oh no.
There is ticks all over the friggin' place. One of our ladies, Kay, she had 15 ticks on her when we got down to Texas.
Oh, that's so gross.
So I got my first and second tick since I was like 5 years old on the last day of the trip.
Really? Wow.
So yeah, ticks, mosquitoes weren't bad because the wind was just blowing. So
pull the picture down. Put you back on.
Pull the picture down. Oh, okay.
Every time you talk, of you getting arrested.
Yeah.
All right, so you got ticks and mosquitoes. I'm assuming
ticks and mosquitoes. But mosquitoes weren't bad because the wind was blowing so hard. But chiggers,
Oh,
we got a lot of us got eaten up by chiggers and some snakes.
oh, goody, and snakes. Any bad snakes or just good snakes?
Yeah, there was a cottonmouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
and so I remember looking. I actually did look, and it was supposed to be rainy that week. Well, it was supposed to that whole weekend, right? The whole week was supposed to be rain, and then
Right. So, yeah, I was expecting it. We brought raincoats, umbrellas, and everything else. We had a total of 10 seconds worth of rain. I literally swished the wipers twice. That was it. It was like, you hate to say that, you want to say that you're disappointed, but you're happily disappointed.
well, that's good. Again, anybody else in the chat room want to give us a call, 808-468-7924 to tell us your story about GeoWoodstock. We are currently talking to Chad about his GeoWoodstock adventures. We'd love to hear yours as well. Give us a call. And Chad, so you met show followers, you met patrons. Who'd you meet here? We briefly talked about it.
Let's see.
Your name? Did you get your name screamed like I asked?
I got my name screamed many times, and I'm gonna wind up forgetting half the people that did it.
I know you.
But so some of the people that definitely should remember: Memphis Mafia, Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, Gary Slinkard, Carrot Killer, Millie Curie, so. Crap! Not Fireman Skippy. Well, what the hell's what's
FF
Skippy?
FF Skippy.
Huh?
FF Skippy.
Yeah, and
FF Skippy.
some other ones. I'm bad with remembering.
No, I know
names.
it's hard. You meet so many people, it's hard. But like, as long as people screamed your name and you gave away path tags and you gave away buttons and
right. I mean, I was out of path tags and buttons. By basically the end of the Saturday GeoWoodstock event.
Yeah, see people in the chat. I'm going, yep, I yelled. It's like good. People yelled, Chaz. Good. But
So,
no one gave you a big hug, huh?
I got a couple hugs. I will not reveal the names.
Of who? Nice. Okay. And so, where are we here? So, a good number of them yelled Chaz, although I'm still not changing my cache. Why would you change your caching name? Come on, man. Chaz that's so good.
Taz 427 is iconic with me, not just in geocaching, but in
427,
but in everything else.
I'll do like a Patreon, like should we do it or not? See what happens. As long as you commit to it, if you said yes.
I'm not committing to it.
I think you get all. I think you get all yeses. That's the problem.
I will change. I will change it for a week, and then change it back.
No, because what'll happen is I'll get Taz 427 while you don't have it. You gotta be careful about that stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
Who'd that happen to? That just happened to somebody. Jesse, who'd that happen to? Didn't you tell me that story?
I don't know.
So here's totally unrelated to geocaching. Some company, I think, you know what? It was a team. I thought you told me this story, Jesse. This team changed their name for a holiday. So, for example, instead of the Bulls, they were the, moles. I'm just giving an example. And they changed it for a holiday. And while they changed it, somebody came and snuck and took their name. Somebody created an account with their name, and this is like a major team, like a pro team,
right?
And like I think they had to pay to get it back. I think somebody got fired. Some social media person got fired. Anyway, we got a phone call here chiming in. We've got look at that. We've got a friend of the show. We've got Wheels 00. Hello, sir.
Awesome.
What up, gentlemen and ladies?
You did go to GeoWoodstock, didn't you?
I did.
Did you see Chaz?
S. Goss, Topher LZ, and Irish Coast fan with me.
Did you see Chaz?
Did not.
You did not.
Did not. We were over listening to the geocache vlogger introduce a whole bunch of vlogging people for a while, but then we decided to go a different direction and not buy anything. So
it was so easy to miss people. I mean, like half the people that I know from Houston, from my geocaching days back in Houston, I didn't see. Half the California people that I know, I didn't see.
Right.
So and I was out there huffing and puffing. So I wasn't exactly spending besides the GeoWoodstock event itself. And a couple others, I wasn't spending tons of times sitting at events.
Yeah. So, Wheels, what did you wind up getting?
What's that?
What did you wind up getting number-wise?
I ended up with just under 300 over about we were about three and a half days.
Nice.
So, but the best part about it was there was 10 traditionals, of which one of them was one of the 4 oldies, but I visited the other 3 oldies with Goss.
Right.
So I did visit the 4 oldies, but I had already logged in those several years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I had like 67 mysteries, which basically I want to say where every one of them was a challenge cache. Those were just the ones I qualified for. That wasn't even the ones that I didn't qualify for.
Right.
94 letterboxes, like Chaz said, with the oh no, that's right. He did the Where I Go one. I didn't hear if he said the letterbox. We did the fizzy on the letterboxes and the fizzy on the Where I Goes. Couple Earth Cache, couple multis, 21 virtuals, which was awesome down there. They were everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, so I actually went from an 8 fizzy to an 11 fizzy in 3 days.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. So the letterboxes were kind of left to the day before the final day, and it was getting late and stuff. So we got about 30 of them done. So and a lot of the higher DT ones done, but that road and stuff was just so friggin' busy. I don't know if it was busy.
We were talking about that, and the last bit of the road was the only place that was quiet.
So while the other stuff that I did, like the Where I Goes and the other, with the exception of the Jeep, was pretty much country roads and stuff. So it was pretty quiet, and you might see another geocacher every once an hour.
Right.
And so
we scored an FTF also.
And you scored an FTF. Yes.
Awesome.
You made sure to put that one on Facebook. Yeah, to put it in everybody's faces. Yes.
Well, we thought about it. We're 2 miles away from one when it popped, and someone, one of the cashers in our group said, "Let's go for it," and the other one said, and some others said no, and I was like, I don't care.
I don't care. What about gadget caches? Did you guys get? I saw WP Tim had a couple or one out there, didn't he? And Chad,
I got a couple gadget caches. I got the WB Tim one that was there. Got a picture of me with it actually slamming, the top of it slamming into my head. So we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Well, let's talk about it. We're running out of time.
Okay.
9:22.
Okay. So
Wheels, did you find that one at all?
No, we didn't do any gadgets.
No gadgets.
So it was actually at the GPS Maze exhibit.
Oh, was it? Really?
Yeah. So actually, it was like about a block away, but at least Monday when we did it, it had moved back to the exhibit. So we were back to the GPS Maze exhibit. And that one was, I was sitting down there trying to do the lock underneath it. And then all of a sudden, whack, I get hit on the top of the head. Let me share the.
You have a picture of that too?
Yeah, I gotta get my mouse over here.
Is it video of you getting hit over the head?
No video of it.
Oh,
so I got whacked on top of the head.
All right, guys. So what I'm looking at, guys, hold on. Sorry. So what I'm looking at for everybody who's at work, we've got a picture of Chad sitting Indian style on the ground. He's got this cache above him with a door that opens down, like so out, like and down, and it's apparently on it. So obviously this hit him in the head. Correct.
I assumed that part wasn't locked. Or pardon me, was locked.
Was locked.
And I needed to do this lock that's underneath it.
Right.
and so one of the ladies was up top, and she apparently pulled on it, and it came down and whacked me on the head.
Oh my goodness! And that was a WV.
So by the way, that's GB that's sitting in Gary Beck. That's sitting in the chair. That's there beside me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And so you went to the maze, correct? And this Wheels, hadn't you been to the maze before? You had one, didn't you?
Yep. Actually, yeah, that was my second GPS maze icon.
Oh, so you went to it again? You actually went to it again?
Yep. Oh yeah, I want to get multis if I'm going to get another icon for it. We ended up with 10 icons over the whole trip. So.
Oh, very nice, very nice. All right, so Chad, this was your first time. What did you think of the maze, sir?
Okay, so first of all, we got a bit lucky. We were going to wait until Monday to do it, and then we got an email on the way to the GeoWoodstock Mega saying that it was pretty much empty. This was on Saturday morning.
Empty? You got
yeah. And decided, well, I think everyone was heading over to the GeoWoodstock, so decided to drop by there first and see if the lines were still empty, and if they were, would hit it real quick and then head back to the Mega. That's where I met Carrot Killer.
Well, that's where you ghosted Carrot Killer.
That's where ghosted. And so I promised to go back to the car, grab a path tag button and card, and forgot to do this. So yeah, my bad. So we did the Inferno Machine.
Take the picture off your main screen, button.
Okay. Well, okay. I gotta switch back to that in a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
Anyway, I'll take it off. So then we so had the Inferno Machine there, but a smaller scale, a GeoPlinko game where I won. I got to pick an item from bin number 1, so I had enough points to get in bin number 1 and pick the Logworks.
Is that
freeform soda tube? Yeah, GeoPlinko. You know what Plinko is, right?
Plinko, yes, from Press. Yeah. Right. Everybody knows Plinko. It's a great game.
And then they had a few seats there from Barney Smith's Toilet Seat Museum. I think
sweet. Nice.
A ton of trackables. Of course, they had a QR code on the piece of paper that they give you to write down your answers. They just scan that QR code, and it pops up a page with all of the trackables that are in there.
Right.
Which is cool. And I think that's it for the maze. And you went through there. Yeah, it was interesting. There's some stuff. There's a little bit of a localized history, and even some about a couple of different cachers that I'm friends with.
Really?
So,
hey, Wheels, anything to add on the maze?
No, I thought they did a nice job. I mean, there's a lot of effort that goes into it. So I give them all the props in the world for kind of reinstituting it. I did think that the Kentucky version of it was a little bit better, but I think there was a lot more. That was kind of in a series when they were doing it, for long periods of time. It was easier to have it installed and a little bit more, to it. But
right.
I thought they did a really nice job. The volunteers were awesome. Everything was real smooth. We actually went after checking in the Mega, which we almost all but treated as a parking go. We're like, hey, let's go check it because everybody's gonna be gone out cashing or out to dinner, and that's pretty much it. We walked right into it, so it was no lines when we got there.
Nice. It's alwaaz.
But they did a nice job.
Oh, that's good. And so, did you? I'm assuming Wheels. Chaz did all the adventure labs. He got 40. I'm assuming that's all of them. Is that all of them, Chad?
Yeah, that was all of them. And I wanted to get through my pictures, so
okay. Go ahead.
So I'll complain about well, maybe we can talk about it on a different show if we run out of time. But there's some complaints I have about the adventure labs, the way they're implemented, things that could be improved
from the actual
with the app.
with the app and a few things that they could have done to make things better. The app will actually worked pretty darn well, but when you're doing 4 sets of adventure labs,
Yeah.
there's issues.
I was going to ask about that.
Okay, what about wheels? Did you guys do those at all?
I know that Brendan and Scott did, and Topher might have done them, but I know Brendan and Scott did them. I was actually having a problem. I don't know. It wasn't allowing my thumbprint access, and that was the only way that it was going to let me in. So I was having some technical issues, and so I just was like, well, they're lab caches. I don't really care. So, I mean, they're numbers, but that's not my priority.
Right.
So I just closed the app and enjoyed the rest of the maze and stuff.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, buddy. We will talk soon. We'll get through these pictures. All right.
All right,
talk
guys.
soon. Bye.
Cheers.
All right. So here we got.
Hold on. Let me put you on the main screen here. Hold on.
Okay.
Again, I apologize for people who are listening to this at work. I'll try the best I can to explain. Okay.
Here we got one large ass ammo can.
That is a large ammo can.
And that is Chad and Scott that's sitting on the ammo can. So
that's the Army guy, correct?
Yeah, the Army guy. So I had to get a few snapshots and stuff. So he's telling the men to load up there. Okay, here is the challenge geo art. So this is 66 challenge caches.
Right, we're looking
in there, and this is Gary's snapshot because I qualify for maybe half of them.
Oh, nice. That's pretty big. Yeah.
This is something that you only see in Oklahoma. So that is
a saddle.
That is a saddle coming down the. So I had to put that in there,
guys. It's a saddle on the like the luggage
belt.
Luggage, yeah, the luggage conveyor belt. There's a saddle on there, like a horse saddle. Only in Oklahoma.
And this one was a interesting cache. It was a confluence. That's where the minutes, the minutes and seconds are zeros.
Right.
So this is the confluence. I believe it was at 33 north, 97 west. So and the company that's sitting there is called Convergence. So that was kind of ironic.
Right.
This one was an awesome Travel Bug Hotel. That's a fire department, and Chad and Scott sitting there as well.
Yes, there he is. Yes.
Chad and Scott at a Travel Bug Hotel. So that's the last Chad and Scott one. The firefighter Skippy.
Oh, look, there he is. Hey,
that's not me. That's not me putting the bunny ears up. I'm not sure who that was in the background.
It's a picture of Chad with one of our listeners. There you go.
Faux shizzle.
Is that what that says? Faux shizzle.
That says faux shizzle. So that was 81 where I goes. Reverse where I goes.
Very nice.
This is actually it's kind of hard to see me in there because the other guys are blocking away. But I'm a human ladder. And this is
so you have a woman standing on your shoulder.
Yeah, this is little Linda, sea squirrel,
and she has got a long pole going for a cache up a tree.
Yeah, she has my 14-foot extendable golf ball retriever getting a cache. Let's see here.
Oh, is that your golf ball retriever right there?
Yes.
That's a long retriever. Wow.
So I am a tot in this, and she's using my tot.
Hey now.
This is the Jeep series, Geo Art.
Oh, it's a Jeep. Yeah, I see it. Nice.
And we've seen this one. Nothing to see here.
There's just Chad getting that.
Here's another gadget cache. This one's called Arlington 7 number 8. It's a birdhouse gadget cache. Pretty cool one.
Uh-huh.
The Lone Star State. That's 254 caches. That's one for every county.
Wow. How long did that take you?
It took us a while. It took us most of a day.
Wow. How many? Was it just one car?
Yeah, 2 cars.
2 cars. Wow. How many caches was it?
254.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. This is. I thought this was just interesting. The cache container being a microwave.
This is a microwave on the ground in the woods, and somebody opening the microwave door.
Yeah, that's GB's.
And I'm assuming there's cache in there, correct?
Yes, it was supposed to be. This is what we do with what's that plastic stuff that you put food in? Tupperware. So this is what we do with Tupperware in the woods or something like that. Or this is what geocachers do with Tupperware.
Put it in the microwave in the woods. Okay,
This
hold on. This is the Texas Challenge 2018, guys. This is a actual it's caches, it's smileys.
So this is actually multiple different geo arts. So this one's the Galactic Empire. This one's the Pirate series.
I won't tell you
This
what
one, this one is Phantom. So like Phantom of the Opera. I think it's supposed to be the mask.
Oh,
this is the Texas logo. This is the exclamation.
oh yeah.
Technically, there's a couple more that was the ... in a bonus, but I'm only counting 5.
Well, that's a lot right there. That's a heck of a lot of caches right there.
Oh yeah. So that was 316 caches total.
Wow.
Let's see here. Where's my mouse? I've lost my mouse. Oh, there it is. Maybe I can just. No, you're not doing it. You're being a pain. I think I gotta put the zoom level all the way back down for this to allow me to click. Oh, so there was a picture as close as I got to the confluence.
Wow. So guys, he's at north 33 zeros and west 9659.997. You're almost there.
Almost there.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I'm so nerdy. I'm like totally nerding out about that. That's really cool.
This is the Oklahoma Star.
Oklahoma, and it's just a picture. It's a bunch of smileys in the shape of a star, guys.
This is So Saxy.
Okay, that's a picture of it's a geo art of a saxophone with a musical note, all smileys.
And that's the end of the pictures that I was sharing.
Oh, very nice.
So
thank you so much. That looks like it was a good time, sir. That's a lot of caches right there.
Oh yeah. So the biggest day was 325 caches.
Wow.
So which winds up being my biggest day ever. Period.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time. That's good. That's all.
Yeah.
That matters. All right. Well, good job, Chad. Guys, thank you so much. This was the June Cacher Coffee. We appreciate you guys always for listening. Next week, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, another guys, and I promise this is the last one of the season. Next week is one more repeat from January of 2013. It is caching tips and tricks. Yes, guys, all three of our kids have games on the same day. There's no way we're gonna make the show. But I think, Jesse, if memory serves, this is the last one though. This is the only.
I believe so, unless there are some makeups. Well, makeups is a good possibility. We've had so many rainouts this season.
Yes, we've had a lot of rain.
Fingers crossed.
But next week, guys, caching tips and tricks from January 2013, going to be an interesting one. We'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks. We got a good June coming up, guys. So there's got to be a lot of good shows coming up in the next couple of weeks. So we'll talk to you guys then. Thank you so much, and we'll close the show here. Please join us again next week as we take your calls. Well, we're not going to do it next week live, right here at geocachingpodcast.com/live. The archived video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on most of your favorite podcasters. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple iTunes and rate, review, and subscribe. I have to change this. iTunes is going away, Chad. Did you hear about that? Did you hear about that? That Apple killed iTunes.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Apple killed iTunes, Chad. See, now Chad's going away. God. So, guys, I got to change this whole thing because Apple killed iTunes, and there's going to be a new podcasting app going live. So we're going to be interested to see what happens. In the meantime, I'm going to continue this. Sorry, guys. If you like the show, we'd really appreciate it. It really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, please subscribe to the show on YouTube. And don't forget to click the bell after you subscribe to get notified when we go live. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for updates on upcoming shows and general geocaching information. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you will get a ton of additional information, extra videos, extra audio, only available to our Patreon members. Guys, it's good over there. I promise you. Our patrons love the stuff we're doing. Head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Once again, thank you to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Maxuds Body Company, and Practical Geocaching. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you guys next week, talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we'll talk to you guys next week. We are clear, Chad. Chad, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, you were breaking up for me all through the closing. So
Oh, you're kidding. Now
Your video is a
the
little.
technical difficulties
My
didn't
video or his video?
didn't hit until the end.
Chad's video is a little fuzzy, so
Yeah. No, they're killing iTunes. Is what I was saying, Chad.
They're killing iTunes.
Yeah, Apple's killing iTunes.
Wow. Why?
Well, I don't know, because it's a streaming service. Because they just want to go to a streaming service now, so they're killing iTunes.
Oh, they got Apple Music though, right?
Yeah, they have Apple Music, they have Apple Podcasts, and they have the actual App Store. So yeah, they don't need iTunes anymore. They're killing iTunes. They're going to slowly kill it. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat room, for listening and for watching us. We will be back live in 2 weeks. We will have a show next week, but again, it will be a repeat from January 2013. It's a pretty good show. I don't know if Chad listened to it at all, but it's a pretty good show. So we'll talk to you guys in a couple weeks. Thanks, guys. We'll talk soon.